Behold, Carol Burnett's Raspberry Riches Cake.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone. This cake has a crumble topping, so we're going to make that first. That's 1/2 cup of firmly packed light brown sugar. Add to that 2 tablespoons of flour and 1/2 ounce of grated semi-sweet chocolate. Now, I didn't have a block of chocolate to grate, so I used 1/2 ounce of semi-sweet chocolate chips and I just chopped them fine with a knife. Then add in a tablespoon of butter, and then you're going to blend this together until it looks like fine crumbs. Now, if you have a food processor, you can use that, or you could use a couple of butter knives to chop this butter into the flour mixture, or you can crumble it together with your fingers. And once that's fine crumbs, kind of looks like sand, you're going to put it aside. And now onto the cake. That's 3/4 cup of white granulated sugar. In this little container is 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and you can also add 1/4 teaspoon of salt here, but I'm using salted butter, so I'm going to omit it. Then 1 cup of flour. Stir that together until combined and then set it aside. Now you will need 1/3 cup of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk at home, if you don't want to buy it because you're going to have to get a big container of it, you can make your own by combining a tablespoon of white vinegar with a cup of milk. Stir it, let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes, and it's a great substitute. Now you add in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and an egg, and then whisk that together until combined, and then pour it into your dry ingredients, as well as 1/3 cup of butter that's been melted and cooled. Like I mentioned before, I'm using salted butter, but you can also use unsalted butter. Then blend it together. I'm using an electric mixer. You want to blend it until it's just combined, basically meaning that you don't see any more white flour bits in the bowl, and then stop because you don't want to overbeat it. Then pour it into a greased 9-inch baking dish, whatever shape you want. I'm using round, of course. Now you're going to take 1/2 pint, or about 1.25 cups or so, of fresh raspberries. You can also use frozen ones if you'd like, and sprinkle them on top of the batter. And these raspberries were purchased in February in Canada. They're from Mexico. They are a little bit on the pale side, but they weren't too bad actually. They're fairly sweet. They were just cost about $5.50 for the raspberries that you see on your screen. Then sprinkle on that crumble topping that we made at the start of the video. And then this is going to go into a 375-degree oven, 30 to 40 minutes, until the cake looks golden brown. And if you stick a cake tester or a toothpick in the cake parts, it should come out clean. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. And the recipe says that it's best served warm, and I agree, this would be delicious, amazing, warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream with it. I saw this recipe on Facebook, and it's called Carol Burnett's Raspberry Riches Cake. And I don't know if she invented this recipe or if it's one that she loves, but it is a really good little cake. What's interesting about it is that the raspberries kind of sink into the cake as it's baking. That crumble topping gets kind of crispy and crunchy on the top, and some of it will sink into the cake, making these little pockets of kind of like a really soft caramel kind of texture. It has a little hint of chocolate from the chocolate chips that were put into the crumble topping. It's not overly sweet, and it's a really nice little cake. It reminds me a lot of coffee cake. I know this might be shocking to you, so please sit down, but I have a raspberry playlist. I have a bunch of recipes where I use raspberries in them, and this one is going to be added to that. If you love raspberries, you know where to look. Thank you so much for watching.